Hello and welcome to a new episode on the Astres and Stars channel. Today I will be looking at the calibration image, specifically the flats. Now that the weather is more amenable for astrophotography, I got all of my material ready and started to take pictures again. For the first one, I will be mainly focusing on the flats and their role in the calibration of images. And specifically in this case, I will be using M81. The first image is a picture of M81 without flats. As you can see, we have a number of donuts that are caused by impurities in the optical train. So I used flats, and when using flats, I get the following result, which is a much better picture than M81. When we do a side-by-side comparison, we can see all of the donuts on top here. They should be found on the bottom because there was an image flip when using Siril for the image processing. But as you can see, there are none visible in this case. Now, if we have a look at the flats themselves, we have the following picture. And in this image, you can see that all of the different little donuts. Some are really thick ones, others are lighter. And they have the following impact on the image itself. I will do a side-by-side. And you can see that the donut over here matches that one. This one is over here. You see the darker center over there. Again here with the darker spot, another one. So all of these impurities have an effect on the image. And when you're using flats in your processing, will remove all of the donuts, or 99% of the donuts, and it will provide you with a much better image. Granted, this image is still not fully finalized. It's just the initial treatment of the image using Siril. Now, could I have used last year's flats in order to do my image processing this year? Now, let's see what the result would have been. This is the result of using last year's flats. As you can see, now we have dark donuts and we have light donuts. This happened because of the fact that not only did the current impurities have an impact on the image, the darker donuts, but also the one from last year, using last year's flats, I've introduced new ones, the light donuts. Okay. So when you want to do the appropriate image processing for your images, you need to be using calibration frames that have been taken with the optical train that you are using in the exact same manner, which means that you can't really modify the angle of your camera. You can't switch anything within or move anything within your optical train, because if you do that, you're going to be modifying the position of the impurities regarding the camera. or the image taken by the camera, and it will not provide you with an appropriate reference to clarify your image. In conclusion, I find personally, and with my optical training, the way that I set up my devices, the flats are the most important frames to be used in calibration, and they have the higher impact on the end result. As you can see, when you compare the image without using the flats in this case, and the one using the flats from last year, the result is worse if you use earlier flats than if you don't use any. And of course, the results are much better when you actually use the appropriate flats. And now the final product, once I've actually done the full processing process, gives us the following image. Now, this comparison of pictures shows us that with our initial image, without any processing, it's a nice image. But with processing, we can see the details a lot better. The inside of the galaxy, the arms. This is a much better image once the processing is done using a Siril, and then a Grexpert, and then a second pass with Siril, and finally with GIMP. I do have a video explaining the different steps. And until next time, I wish you clear skies.